Welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name is Grant. Today I'm unboxing a game called Sparta. Sparta! You can see the exclamation point. Struggle for Greece. This is a two-player card-driven game on the Peloponnesian War, right? Athens and Sparta fighting it out in ancient Greece. The game is published by Plague Island Games, and this was on Kickstarter, I want to say in late 2021, early 2022. The design is by Chris Van Burden. He's done a lot of great games. Games that we really enjoyed were the Struggle for Europe, Twilight Struggle-esque game. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, Chris is a very talented designer. He also did Barbarians at the Gates from Compass Games that I really liked. So we played this game a couple of years ago. We did a preview video. We had a ball with this one. Lots of great strategy, lots of great card play, and lots of combat. You can see this is a huge box, right? This is a full 3-inch box. Really great art and layout. I think it's very, very much an attractive game. Here is the back. One thing I've realized about Plague Island Games and Stuart Tongi is they do good products. So great looking game, really plays well, has custom dice, really cool miniatures. Very much excited to show this to you. But there's a look at the back of the box. The game is not really overly long. I think we played... Took us about 3.5 hours to play a game to full completion, but we very much enjoyed it. Subsequent plays are much quicker. But yeah, it does have a solo bot. We did not play that solo bot. I would love to play it and see how it works out. But here's the game design. Chris Van Burden and Stuart Tongi. Graphic design is Carl Huber. Illustrations Christine Ridgway and Manuel Kromenacher. Lots of great stuff in here. Let's go ahead and get it open. But we very much enjoyed this game, and I'm actually glad that they finally finished it, published it, and we ended up getting a copy. The first thing you see here is just a little booklet or pamphlet that has kind of a history of the Greek wars, the Peloponnesian, Corinthian War, etc. You can see this is a look at kind of the art style that you will see on the cards. This is just an ancillary book that will deepen your understanding of the history, which is always very much appreciated. Here is the rule book, fairly thick rule book. Great index on the very back page. But there are, let me see, there's 31 pages here. You can see 31 there. Although the last page and a half are the designer notes, there you can see, and then the solo bot, solo play. So about 30 pages of rules. The game's not overly complex. There were some elements that we needed to make sure and think through and consider, but I think I would consider this game a very strategic game, a strategic level game. And you also have to really think about what you are trying to do and how you're going to do it. One of the things I did enjoy about it was you try to collect territories that give you different benefits, dollars, troops, other things. I thought that was very fun and unique. So yeah, you can see that there's a lot of dense text here. I don't see a lot of examples, but I don't remember the rule book being overly difficult. Here are the different scenarios. So you've got the first Peloponnesian War, the second Peloponnesian War. The first is a 3-turn scenario, only takes about 90 minutes. This one, second Peloponnesian, is a 2 to 3 hour scenario. Then you have the Theban Spartan War, which is a 2 to 3 hour. So you can see the game is very much playable. Cleomenian War, which is a 90-minute scenario, just 3 turns. And then I think you can play both the first and the second Peloponnesian Wars together and the Grand Campaign. So obviously those are going to be much more lengthy. There is a nice example of play here. Goes over about 4 or 5 pages, so you can see how the cards work and how the game generally works. So the next thing we have here are player aids, and they are in a plastic sheet cover, so it kind of keeps them protected. I'll probably throw that away. I like to play my games. I do like to keep them nice, but I do like to play them. So there are 2 full player aids. They are double-sided. So you've got like turn sequence, action rounds, the core rules. On the back, you've got military, how land battles and sea battles work. The battles were a very fun part of the game, as is most combat in war games. And then here's how the solo play works. So looks like it has a completely separate system with a fully functioning bot here that you're going to follow. So that's exciting. I definitely will try to get this played. There is only 3/4 of a sheet of counters. As you can see, most of these are money. You have denominations of 3 and 1, and then you have some of the colonies that you might establish, and then some different mercenary units that you can acquire once you conquer certain areas. You can see Merc, and then these represent those different areas. Double-sided counters, those are really sharp looking on the back. Really like the marble. That's really nice, both the black and the white marble. We played a prototype of the game, and I thought the production was actually very good for a prototype. Let's go ahead and fold out the board. It's huge. I remember the prototype, a little bit of a table hog, but it makes it easier to play. You've got a lot more space and areas. Sorry, I just hit the camera. A lot more space and areas to place your units. There you can get a look at that board. It's huge. But you can see, I love the different colors. The region colors, red here for Sparta. Corinth is a yellowy, orange-like. Boeotia, Thessaly, Macedon, all laid out there. The turn track is at the top of the board. We are definitely going to have to play this one again because I remember really, really enjoying it. Here's an example. Sicily over here to the west, it's going to, when you control this, it's going to give you coin, and that's very important. Peloponnesus is going to give you coin. Some are going to give you coin and naval units, mercenaries, naval units. So it's important to understand what you're trying to go for so that you can basically get what you need. It has some combined Army and Navy strengths. That's how battles are determined partially. And then over here, there is a battle strength table, win, lose, or draw box. So yeah, beautiful board, and you can see it's huge. I'm going to pull the camera back. That's a big, big board, but it's very nice looking, very vibrant. Very much enjoy the color scheme and the way it tries to do what it's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the minis for you. Very, very much a customized case. Beautiful, beautiful minis. Oh, these are just so great. Look at the detail. Very, very thick. Here's another Spartan leader. And then these great triremes. You've got the Spartan triremes, and then you've got the Athenian triremes. Here's your main leaders. This is the Athenian main leader on horseback. Very, very nice touch. These, I believe, are mercenaries, if I remember correctly. And then these are also transports. So yeah, you can see those minis are really sweet. And you'll notice, right, Athenians, the blue, have 3 different naval units. Spartans only have 2. Ground units, Spartans have 3. They only have 2, but then you have their Athenian leader, and then you have some of these that you can. But very much enjoy that case. Very nice touch. I think that's a great addition. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out because these, I think, are Player boards. Yep. So I'll show you. These are really thick cardboard as well. The Olympic Spectacle. This is an optional module, and I don't think that we played this. So it looks like you compete in these Olympic Games to gain different benefits. So that's kind of neat. But here are player boards. You've got Army 1, Army 2, Fleet 1 through 3, your Treasury. It's got a play sequence reminder, your leaders, and your ready and spent leaders. Look at that great back there. Here's the Spartan 1. Once again, you'll notice Spartans have 3 armies. Athenians only have 2, but fleets, Athenians have 3, where Sparta only has 2. And then here's just a couple, not sure why these are different, but you've got a lot of great little pieces there. I don't need that paper. Another really cool thing about the game is a custom molded insert. So you can put a lot of these tokens, stack them in here, really make those nice and organized. Here we've got some of the counters. These are things like colonies and markers. I'll go ahead and try to get that open. And it's got the moisture absorbing packs. But yeah, these are really nice tokens. They are, boy, I don't want to say they're cardboard. They're plastic, but they are really a cool feeling plastic. Look at that. Just gorgeous, vibrant colors. Really very much love that. Whole bunch of those kind of counters and units. And then here are some of the, I showed you earlier the mercenaries and the different units from the different areas around the Aegean Sea. Here are markers. These are control markers. These are wooden discs. You're going to place those out when you take over an area. Here are the custom dice, which I remember when we played it, we did not have the custom dice. We had dice that they had put symbols over top of, and these are really, really nice. Very, very much nice looking. So yeah, there's 3 of each. So those are great. Here are some wooden markers, some baggies, some additional, and I don't remember what those are for, but some additional markers. Here are all of the colonies or areas and leaders. Well, these are the leaders that I'm pulling out here. I'm just going to show you a couple of these. But you're going to have leaders and be able to use these. Some are named, some are not. So these are not named leaders. Let me pull you out a couple of examples of named ones. So here's Pericles. So that's a named leader, a little bit more powerful than Navarch, not a named leader. That's a Spartan leader. But you can see there's a whole bunch of those. As a card-driven game, it has a ton of different cards. So let's go ahead and really quickly, and these are cool. I remember these helped us get into the game very quickly. These were the setup cards for the different scenarios. And you can see, yeah, they're written here. Second Peloponnesian War, setup cards, so you can do different scenarios and know how to set those units up. That's very, very helpful. You have quite a few of those so that you can do that a couple of different ways. These are battle cards, and this is one of those games where you're trying to kind of stock battle cards in your hand and save them for when you really need those. Look at that great, very, very nice art. But trying to use those the best you can when available. Block out the sun, land battle. Play if you have the skirmisher advantage. Enemy losses this battle are increased by 2. This one says slaughter, sea or land battle. Enemy losses this battle are increased by 1. But you can see there's a bunch of different ones. Some are similar, but frontal assault, this is our land. Deeds worthy of song. I really enjoyed the battle cards because there are times you're holding a card and you're like, okay, go ahead, Alexander, attack me. And then he does, and you're like, hey, I told you. These are the actual cards that you're going to use throughout the game to take your actions. They have events on them and do different things. Some of these have a lot of requirements. where you're going to have to control a certain area in order to use them, or have troops in a certain area to use them. Is remove an influence from each space in Sicily, remove 2 influence from Athens. The game is an area control style game where you're placing out markers that are influenced to gain control. But here you may give 2 talents to your opponent. If you do, demobilize one of their hoplites. Alternatively, gain a favor, and I believe favors were like, remember correctly, rerolls, that kind of thing. But yeah, you can see really nice card art, very thick linen finished cards with great art on the back. Yeah, very, very nice product. This is actually way better than I thought it was going to be. And in the Kickstarter, there was an option for metal coins. Stuart gave us these coins. He did give us this copy to do a play and review. I'm just going to show you some. These are really nice. So I'm going to be able to throw away the cardboard coins. Boy, those are pretty fantastic. Any game that has wooden coins, sign me, or metal coins, sign me up. Here are the different territories. When you control these, you take them and put them in front of you. They have information on what you're going to gain. Very important to strategize and think about how you want to go about controlling these areas, because you need resources to do the game well, and controlling certain areas will give you certain, resources. Well, there you have it. That is a look, and I kind of went on, but very much a great looking game. But I'm going to tell you, the game is very good. We really very much enjoyed playing it and had a great time with it. You can go back and watch that video, but we're going to try to obviously get another play in, and then maybe do some more content on it. But a great looking game, Sparta, Struggle for Greece, designed by Chris Van Burden, published by Plague Island Games. I think this is their second big game. They did the nuclear Cold War one, and I'm drawing a blank on the name. Alexander has the game. But they've been very good games. They put out a good product. I hope to see them do some more things in the future. So there you have it, a look at Sparta, Struggle for Greece. So thanks for watching. I've been Grant from the Player's Aid.